Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed about group 13 elements. Today I am going to explain you about the group 14 elements. So what are the group 14 elements or fourth group elements we are going to have? So the elements in 14th group elements we are going to have is that one: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. So these are the elements we are going to have in the group 14 elements. So now let us see about electronic configuration. Okay, so the first one we are going to see here is electronic configuration. So the electronic configuration of 14th group elements we are going to discuss. So generally here the general configuration means the general electronic configuration is going to have here is the general electronic configuration is NS2 NP2. So this is the configuration we are going to have. So now let us see element, symbol, atomic number, electronic configuration. Okay, so what is the first element we are having here? Carbon. So carbon symbol is what here? C. What is its atomic number here? Carbon atomic number is 6. What will be the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Okay, next coming to here, silicon. Silicon consists of S. It is having atomic number 6 plus 8, how much? 14. In the previous class I have told you order 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Yes or no? So 6 plus 8, 14. So we are having configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. Next one we are having germanium. 14 plus 18, how much? 32 we are having. Then the configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p2. Okay, so next one we are having here, it is having symbol Ge, thin, which is having symbol Sn. So 18, again if you add 18 you will be getting 50, the atomic number. Then you are getting electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, 4d10, 5s2, 5p2. Okay, so this is the configuration we are having. Next one we are having lead, which indicates Pb. So 32 here you have to add. So 50 plus 32, atomic number is 82. So the configuration now is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, 4d10, 4f14, 5s2, 5p6, 5d10, 6s2, 6p2. So this is about electronic configuration. So when you have observed here, so when you have been seen here, the last two electrons, so what I have told, ns2 np2, so this is the general electronic configuration, it is going to repeat. Yes or no? So means what here, what will be the valency? 2 plus 2 how much? Plus 4 will be the valency for all. For these all you will be getting plus 4 will be the valency, means the outermost electron enters into p orbital as well as s orbital here. So now let us discuss about general properties, general physical properties of 14 group elements. So what is the general properties? We are going to have atomic radii. So let us see what is first one here. First one is nothing but atomic radii. Yes or no? What is first one? First one is nothing but atomic radii. What is atomic radii? The distance between the nucleus of the outermost electron. We call it as half of the distance between nuclei of the atomic radii. We call it as what here? Atomic radii. Then what will be here? It will increase or decreases. Coming to here, atomic radii increases from top to bottom in a group. So why it is increasing in a group here? Due to the presence of increase in nuclear charge values, and also there will be increase in atomic number. So we are adding new orbits, yes or no? So because of this reason only atomic radii increases. So what we can say? Atomic radii increases from top to bottom in a group. Why it is increasing? What is the reason? Because what here? The increase is due to what? The increase is due to increase in nuclear charge levels and atomic number and size increases. So due to the increase in nuclear charge, atomic number, size, the atomic radii increases from top to bottom. In a period what will happen? It decreases. Why it is decreasing? Due to the increase in nuclear shells. Okay, so this is about atomic radium. So now let us see next property. What is next property? Ionization energy. So what is ionization energy here? Ionization energy is nothing but here the minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from the outermost orbit. Neutral gaseous atom, we call it as ionization energy. So here ionization energy decreases. Why it is going to decrease? Due to the presence of size, and also when you remove an energy, so when you remove an electron, valence electron, it requires more energy, yes or no? So this valence electrons are tightly held by the nucleus. So because of the reason why we can say here, when there is an increase in atomic size, automatically the ionization energy decreases. Due to screening effect also we can say. So what we can say? Ionization energy decreases from top to bottom in a group due to increases in atomic size and also screening effect. Because of this only the ionization energy decreases. If suppose we have to remove here valence electrons, as another outermost electrons we have to remove. So whenever we have to remove outermost electrons, what we need more energy to remove outermost electrons. So there will be the outermost electrons all are holded by nucleus. So because of this reason it is very difficult to remove the electrons, and the ionization energy also decreases here. So coming to next property, we are having melting point and boiling point. So coming to melting point and boiling point, here it decreases from top to bottom. Why? Because when you move down the group, the melting and boiling points are decreases, and coming to density, what happens? Density will increases. Okay, so what we can say here, what is next property? We can say melting and boiling point. So what happens? Melting and boiling point decreases. Melting point and boiling point decreases from top to bottom in a group. Okay, coming to density, what happens? Density increases. In density, what happens? We can say density increases from top to bottom, increases from top to bottom. Why it is increasing? Due to increasing atomic number, we can say. So because of the increase in atomic number, the density increases. Okay, so next one we can say electronegativity. So electronegativity means what? Here the tendency to accept electron pairs towards itself, we call it as what? Electronegativity. So here what happens? Electronegativity, it decreases from carbon to silicon, but after silicon what happens? Again it will increase. So means what? Here carbon is the most electronegative element of the family, we can say. Okay, so what is electronegativity? What will happen here? Electronegativity decreases only for carbon and silicon. After silicon what happens? Electronegativity increases. Okay, so here what will be the most electronegative atom? This is the most electronegative atom, we can say. Carbon is the most electronegative atom, we can say. Next one, metallic and non-metallic character. Metallic and non-metallic character. So what will be the metal, what will not be the non-metallic? Metal should have good conductor of heat and electricity, it should be malleable and ductility, it should have high tensile strength, it should be brittle in nature. So if this is having all of these characteristics, so we can say that it is a metal. Okay, so as we move down the group, automatically what happens means there will be change from non-metallic to metallic character. But coming to here, carbon and silicon are non-metals. Germanium is a semi-metal, thin and leader metals. So because of this means they differ in the physical and chemical properties. Okay, so what we can say here, carbon, silicon or non-metals, we can say here. Coming to germanium, it will be semi-metal. Semi-metal is nothing but it will show half metallic character, half non-metallic character. Coming to thin and lead, what will it will show? Thin and lead will be a metals which will be differ in the physical and chemical properties. So this is about metallic and non-metallic character. So there will be change from carbon and silicon. Okay, so from non-metallic to what here? Metallic character, there will be a change. Whenever the atomic number is increasing, automatically the metallic character also increases. So now let us see about nature of compounds. Whether it is covalent or ionic compounds, we can discuss now. What is our next property? Next property is nature of the compounds. So nature of compounds is nothing but what here? Here the carbon is having how many valence electrons? 4. Okay. So this is having high ionization energy. So they will not form M4 plus ion. Why? Because electronegativity is also very low and they will form only M4 minus ions. I think you have understood. So carbon valency is 4. So this one will not form and have high ionization energy also. Okay, due to the presence of, means what, they do not form, because of this reason do not form M plus 4 ions. Means what here? Why? Because of the high ionization energy they are not forming M plus 4, but it is having valency form. So then what it will form? So because of the high high electronegativity, they form M minus 4 ions. So they form negative charge. So carbon is most electronegative element I have shown. So by this what we can say, carbon is silicon. By this what we can say here, carbon and silicon are covalent compounds, we can say. They have strong tendency to share electron pairs. So why? That's why it is having covalences form, which is a tetravalent. Carbon is in all compounds. So this can be explained. The tetravalency of carbon can be explained on the basis of excited state configuration of carbon, in which it has 4 half-filled orbitals. Yes or no? Silicon also exhibit tetracovalency in its compound like carbon. So what we can say, these two will exhibit tetravalency. Okay, what will happen? These two will exhibit tetravalency in all compounds. So if you have been taken in ground state, carbon is having atomic number. So in ground state, what is the configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So if you have been seen 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, p orbital. So and also if the electron is excited in the first excited state, what happens here? 1s2, 2s1, 2p1, 2p3. So then what you will be getting configuration? 1, 1, 1, 1. So means what, they are having 4 unpaired electrons. So means what they are showing, these 4 unpaired electrons will show the tetravalency. Okay, so covalency we can say. So what about the remaining 3 elements, germanium, tin and lead? They will form M plus 4 ions as well as M plus 2 ions. Why? Because here the M plus 4 ions decreases whereas M plus 2 ion increases, because of their 2 unpaired electrons is taking part in bonding. So here the s electrons do not participate in bonding. If you have been seen the electronic configuration, germanium, tin, lead, so they are having d orbitals, s or no? Okay, so s orbitals will do not participate. So whenever the s orbitals is not take part in bonding, that when we call it as what? Inert pair effect. So by this what we can say here, germanium, tin, lead, these will show M plus 4 and M plus 2 ions. Compared to this one, M plus 2 ions, this one will decreases and this one will increases. Why it is happening? Due to the heavy metals, they are having 2 unpaired electrons in p orbitals which do not take part in s orbital. Okay, these 3 will show what here? These 3 will show inert pair effect. Okay, so this is nothing but what here, nature of the compounds we have been discussed. Next one we are having what? Last property is oxidation properties. What is next one? Oxidation property. Oxidation properties, carbon, as we know, the valency is 4, so carbon will exhibit +4 oxidation due to the presence of 4 elements. So remaining elements can exhibit +2 also. Okay, why? Because they are heavier elements of the group. So what we can say, carbon is having +4 oxidation state. And coming to remaining elements, so remaining elements what will show? Silicon, germanium, tin, lead. So these will show which type of elements? +4 and +2 oxidation state. They can take s orbital or they can take p orbital. Okay, so this is nothing but what here? These are the general properties of the group 14 elements. In the next class we can discuss about the silicon preparation and properties. Thank you.